Hi, this is Kristen here. Welcome to another process video. And today I am working on a layout using this sketch here by Janessa Franco for Paper Issues. It's going to be another Halloween one, so I'm trying to do Halloween layouts on top of the fact that I've already gotten the 30 days of sketches done. So I'm kind of trying to have a little bit of fun, and I love Halloween, so I'm trying to get out my Halloween collections and just have some fun and get some layouts done. So this is Luna by Prima paper. So I had actually bought this. I had actually bought quite a bit of the Luna paper to begin with, along with some of the ephemera that I could get my hands on. But I thought it was a gorgeous collection. Have not had a chance to sit down and play with it yet. And I actually ended up getting the Midnight box, which I will link down below the unboxing of that. So it was sold through Prima and had a lot of flowers and different kind of charms and glitter and things like that in it on top of the paper pad and this 6x8 paper pad. Or I guess technically, I don't know if this is considered a 6x6 paper pad. And so that's what I'm actually using here. This really was a pretty quick layout for me, and it came together probably within, I don't know, 45 minutes maybe at the most, which is pretty quick for me. I tend to be a little bit of a slow scrapbooker, just because I usually will lay things out a couple times and hesitate on gluing things down. So you'll see here too right now, and you'll see at the end, I end up having the ghost paper in the background with the striped paper in front, and I end up switching that because then I realized that there's this cute little spider web there in the corner, so I flipped it because it was oriented the wrong way. But then by the time I start to cover up with the embellishments and things like that, I think I start to cover that up, and so I wanted that spider web to kind of, for you to be able to see it, so I do end up switching those two papers around. I cut that paper down because I was going to end up wasting a lot of it, so I cut some of it down just in that way, you know, I had extra to use. And so it was going to be covered up by those smaller papers. So now I'm pulling out the ephemera. This ephemera actually came in the Midnight box. I actually pull in some different ephemera too. That was also, I think, Luna, but I had bought it separately. So, but this was all included in the Midnight box so far, what you see. I think that says something like all I need is candy and you, or something to that effect. I don't know. The couple of photographs that I am documenting are of my daughter from a couple years ago. She was checking out a pumpkin that we had grown in our garden. So actually this was probably about a good full month before Halloween, but I'm like, it's a pumpkin, close enough, right? I've got a lot of kind of Halloween themed pictures that weren't necessarily taken on Halloween, but, and you can see the trees in the background are still pretty green, so. So up in the left-hand corner, it had a tag with your title up there. So I was pretty closely trying to follow the sketch as much as I could. Of course, sometimes that changes a little bit depending on what collection you're using, but sometimes you kind of have to adjust it a little bit. But so this collection was very kind of had a lot of pinks, really pale oranges, very heavily witched themed kind of paper. So I had really liked the coloring of all of this too, because I think the papers that I'm using here, you don't really see it, but on the reverse side of a lot of the papers, it has a lot of kind of real subtle gold foiling to it, which just looks beautiful. These flowers were all included in the box, that Midnight box. So it came with quite a bit of those, but I just bought the Bewitched collection that was by Prima. So I actually need to sit down and do another layout with that, because I've only done one with that. And that one is the one that had kind of the see-through ghost vellum pieces, which were just absolutely adorable. So And I apologize, part of the bottom of the layout is cut off. The arm of my of the thing that I hook my phone up to record has been shifting, like it's not wanting to stay in place. So I noticed when I went to edit this video that I didn't realize that when I started filming it, actually you could see it on film. I've cut it out, but you could see where it actually shifted, like without me touching it or doing anything. So I probably just need to go ahead and get a new stand and save this one just for the extra lighting. It's a ring light one, so I don't know that it's really necessarily designed to film this way, but so I'm trying to like figure out where I want this 31 placed. And again, granted, this isn't really true Halloween, but I'm just gonna go with it. She's holding a pumpkin. How will you know it's not Halloween? So, and I'm not going to journal a lot about this. I mean, if anything, if I do journal, it probably would be like just something simple, like Bella checking out a pumpkin from the garden or something, you know. So I really am not a big journaler. Those two pieces I pulled in, those are epoxy flare pieces from Scrap and Happy Studio. And it came in, I think I packed like 6, and they were all very like kind of light pink. So I felt went along with this collection really well. The one at the top, which you can't see because it's got a little bit of a glare, is actually candy corn. So I decided this Hey Pumpkin piece is actually going to be kind of my title. I did try to pull in, which I had it cut out here, but I did try to pull in a acrylic title from Color Cast Designs, but the coloring just was kind of off on it. So that little piece that I put in there, that's actually one of the charms that had come in the box set. So some of those charms are flat enough that you can use them on a scrapbook layout. Some of them are a little bit too much dimensional to where you would have to use them for like a mini album or, you know, something that's not going to go in an actual scrapbook sleeve or, you know. And pull another flower. I'd switched out that little witch girl on the right hand side. So initially it was one where she just had a cat. I wanted to get that worked in there because my daughter loves cats, but I like that one better with the little witch sitting on the pumpkin because it still has a cat with it and it's pumpkin themed. So I'm going to start pulling everything off here and get everything glued down. And I go away from the gluing so you don't have to watch that since it's kind of a boring process to watch. And here are a few close-up shots. I really appreciate you for coming by to watch another process video.